Good morning, students. We have already discussed about plant layout. So in this video we will discuss about principles of plant layout and different types of plant layout. So principles of plant layout. The first principle is principle of integration. A good layout is one that integrates main material, machines and supporting services and other requirements in order to get the optimum utilization of resources and maximum effectiveness. So that is principle of integration. It integrates man, material, machines and other supporting services to get optimum utilization of all resources and produce maximum effectiveness. The next principle is principle of minimum movements and material handling. In this principle, the focus is given to material handling and movement of man, machine and material. The facilities should be arranged such that the total distances travelled by the man and material should be minimum, and as far as possible straight line movement is preferred. It is better to transport material in bulk rather than in small amount. The next principle is principle of smooth and continuous flow. A good layout makes the material to move in forward direction towards the completion stage. So always in forward direction. No bottlenecks, no congestion points and no backtracking must be observed. So if any bottleneck, congestion points and backtracking occurs, that should be removed by proper line balancing techniques. So the focus is on smooth and continuous flow of the raw material always in the forward direction from the starting point to the end point. The next principle is principle of cubic space utilization. The good layout utilizes both horizontal and vertical space. Besides using the floor space of a room, the ceiling height is also utilized. Boxes and bags containing raw material or goods can be stacked one above the other to store more items in the same room. So here we have to adjust and keep the raw material and other goods systematically using the cubic space. Not only the floor place but also the height of the building is calculated for proper storage of the raw material, equipments and other in process materials. Next principle is principle of safety, security and satisfaction. So in this principle, focus is given on safety, security and satisfaction of the employee. Working places must be safe, well ventilated and free safe workspace from dust, noise, fume, odor and other hazardous conditions must be measured. This safety, security and satisfaction is focused to increase the operating efficiency of the worker and to improve the morale of the worker. So these are the key points of productivity. Once the operating efficiency and morale of the worker will be enhanced, definitely the production rate will be enhanced. And next is the principle of maximum flexibility. Maximum flexibility. So flexibility is required to adapt change in product quality, change in product type. So in this principle, focus is given on flexibility of the facility. The good layout is one that can be altered without much cost and time. The machinery is arranged in such a way that the changes of the production process can be achieved at least cost or disturbance. So that is the flexibility. Suppose the product type is to be changed according to the demand of the customer. In this type of layout, we can easily achieve the new type of layout without very least cost and without disturbing the process. So these are the different principles of plant layout. Depending on the requirement, the product, the process which are involved in the plant, one of the principle or more than one principle is followed to achieve the best plant layout. Next, we will discuss about different type of plant layout. The first type of layout is process layout. It is also known as function layout because this layout is done depending on the type of process. So all machines of one operation are located at one place. As shown in the diagram, all lathe machines are arranged in the lathe section. All drilling machines are arranged in the drilling section. Similarly, all broaching machines are arranged in broaching section and all milling machines are arranged in milling section. And store and inspection department are arranged. So, this layout is recommended for batch production. So, we will discuss there are major three type of production. One is mass production, second one is batch production, third one is job shop production or fixed layout production. So in batch production, we have medium volume and medium type of products. So we will product variety is medium and volume is medium. So we will produce different variety with medium volume of each variety. So in this type of production, we go for process layout. All machines performing similar type of operation are grouped at one location in the process layout. For example, all lathe milling machines kept at one place. The arrangement of facilities are grouped together according to their functions. So advantages of this type of layout is wide flexibility exists during allotment of work to equipment and worker, because all the equipment and worker are placed at the same location. So depending on the position of the worker and equipment, they are assigned. Better utilization of equipments, lower investment on account of comparatively less number of machines are used. Better product quality, because to attend one type of machine, the worker has to do one type of operation throughout the manufacturing process. Varieties of jobs coming as different job order make the work more challenging and interesting. In mass production, the worker's job is monotonous. But in case of batch production, different type of work comes, which makes the work challenging and interesting. Workers in one section are not affected by the nature of another section. If another section has some failure or some disadvantage, that will not affect the worker in the other section. So what are the disadvantages? For the same amount of production, more space is required, because the machines are kept in one space. They will take a large area. Automatic material handling is difficult. More materials in process remain in queue for further operation. Completion of same product takes more time. Work in process inventory is large. Production planning and control is difficult. Raw materials have to travel larger distance for being processed to finished goods. Thus, material handling cost is more. It means more inspection and different coordination, because in all workplace, different sections, you have to do inspection, and from each section material will go to the other section and it has to cover more distance. But this is applicable for batch production, because you have to produce different variety of job, which will be difficult to do in product layout. So next layout is product layout or line layout. This is applicable or adopted for mass production. So in case of mass production, the industry produces large number of product, but variety of product is very less. In case of batch production, variety is medium, size is medium. The plant produces medium volume and medium variety of products. But in case of mass production, the plant produces very high volume of product, but variety of product is very, very less. So in this case, product layout or line layout is preferred. The various operations on raw material are performed in a sequence, and the machines are arranged in the sequence in which the raw material will be operated upon. So there are 2 lathe machine, 1 drill machine, again milling machine, again drilling machine, then grinder, like this. So one type of machines are not placed in one location. Depending on the operations required, the sequence of operation required to change the raw material into the finished product, the machines are arranged in a line. So what are the advantages? Space requirement reduces. It requires less space for same volume of production. Automatic material handling is possible in this case. So automatic material handling, less movement, so material handling cost is reduced, less process inventory is required, then product completes in lesser time, simplified production planning and control, smooth and continuous workflow, less skilled worker can learn and serve the purpose. So what are the disadvantages? Lack of flexibility, which was the advantage of process layout. Excessive idle time due to slowest machine. More machines to be purchased and kept, which require high capital investment, because depending on the sequence of the operation, machines are to be kept in the line at different positions. One inspector has to attend a number of machines in the production line. It is difficult to increase production beyond the capabilities of the production line. So this is the disadvantage of product layout. So next is the combination layout. So combination layout, it is called combination because it is a mixed type of layout, possess process layout as well as product layout. So combination layout is the mixed type of layout. Usually a process layout is combined with the product layout. Example is refrigerator manufacturing. In this case, the manufacturing of various components are manufactured by process layout, but assembly of these components to produce the finished product refrigerator is designed in product layout. So this type of layout is known as combination layout. So we have discussed about different principles of layout as well as different types of layout. So basing on the production type, as we have already discussed that for mass production we must have to choose product layout. For batch production we have to choose process layout, and for example the production of manufacturing of refrigerator, which requires production of variety of product as well as a lot of assembly work. In that case we will go for combination layout.